It is a new week. It was a good weekend. What is up, nerds? It's me, your buddy pal, Hey Archer. Welcome back to Nerdy Coffee here on Nerd Affiliated. Cheers to all of you. I think, as far as I understand, it's not bad luck if you cheers with non-alcohol. It's only bad luck if you cheers with water. So we have polluted water, aka some nice coffee. So here's to all of you. First sip always hits just right. And welcome once again. This is Nerdy Coffee, your weekly nerdy show where you sit back, hopefully relax, take a breather. Yes, the new work week has arrived. But we recap last week's, the highs, the lows, the funny, the amazing, all that cool stuff. We have quite a bit on the list today, a lot of good stuff. There are not a lot of lows from last week, I am happy to say. So we will cover the box office from last week, some nerd news, some things that are not so nerdy, but kind of at the same time. And then, of course, we have upcoming releases for this week. You know, as I think about it, I feel like there's a movie coming up. Is it this week or next week? I'm not quite sure. Let me make sure Why is my button not working? I tell you, having some real tech difficulties today. Let me see. Does this work? It's not working. Oh, boy. All right. Well, I'll have to fix that. In the meantime, I will say hello to everybody in the chat while I try to figure this thing out. Oh, no, that's this app. The wrong app, that's why. Let's see. Good morning, General Kenobi. Good to see you. Anthony's in the house. Can you phone in? I don't know, how noisy is it where you are? Aaron Waller in the house. Good to see you as well. So yeah, we had a good week last week, I'd say, as far as like TV shows, as far as, I don't know why this thing is not working. It's all right. I'm going to have to go old school. As far as TV shows go, we had a lot. Movies going on, we had a lot. So I don't want to waste too much time, but I feel like there's something coming up in theaters, and I can't think of what it is. Is Super Mario coming out this week? Let's see. See, now I got to go back and I got to manually do this. I can't, with no hands, swap. Let's see. Today's the 3rd. Oh, it opens on Wednesday. It does open Wednesday. All right. So Super Mario's this week. There you go. So that'll take us. We'll just jump into nerd news. Why not? It wasn't even on my list of things for today, but I mean, I think I'd say that is news. So Super Mario Brothers coming out this week. God damn, not having this button is killing me. Super Mario comes out this week. I'm curious. Is anybody excited for that movie? I know the toys. People have been going crazy about some of the toys. Yes, it is dirty water I'm drinking. People are going crazy about the toys. And more specifically, Bowser in the toy section. Let's see if I can pull him up here so you guys can all see. God damn it. I keep hitting the button and it's not working. It's killing me. All right. I'll try not to complain about it anymore. There it is. So a lot of people are loving this figure here from the movie. I've seen it in person. I gotta say, it's a nice beefy figure. Pretty solid. But I'm not. If John Wick didn't get me into the theater opening weekend, there's no way that this movie does it for me. However, I do think this is the beginning of the Smash Brothers universe. I mean, I think I joked about it in a review. What review did I Was that for Sonic? It may have been Sonic the Hedgehog, where I watched it and I was like, I feel like this one could lead into the greater universe that is Smash Brothers. Oh, because then we also had Detective Pikachu come out. That's what it was. The two of those were out, and I was like, we're on our way there. We're on our way there. Yeah, that Bowser's nice. It is. It is. By the way, thank you, all of you channel members that are here, like General Kenobi, Anthony. He's a member as well. And if you are listening, I thank you. Feel free. 99 cents a month helps you keep the channel going. We also have super chats, and you see your name up above when you do any of those things. Anthony says, I'm not excited for the movie, but I'll see it with Sal and Elijah's kids, Uncle Duty. Yeah. I think movies like this, that's where most of the viewership comes. It's in taking your kids to see the movie, or, you know, as you mentioned, doing Uncle Duty on there. So, sticking with box office, very, very interesting stuff. Very interesting stuff. So, heading over, we have a new king. A new king of the box office. Would you believe it? Dungeons and Dragons came out in first place. Again, cheers to you. I'm gonna hit the button, even though there's no booze in here. I'm gonna hit the button anyway and say to you, Dungeons and Dragons. Because I did not think you were going to dethrone John Wick. Not at all. Something I did just note in my head, not out loud. Dungeons and Dragons. Sorry about that. Dungeons and Dragons opened up on Wednesday. Super Mario opening up on Wednesday. So I'm wondering if they're using those numbers or those couple extra days to boost the numbers. I'm curious. John Wick ended up second place, 28.2 million. Man, sorry about that. 28.2 million. His only son, 5.5. I have no idea what that is. Scream 6, 5.3. Creed 3, 5.0. I feel like we're missing a movie on this list. Can anybody think what that movie could possibly be? Oh, by the way, if you are a channel member, you have some cool emojis you can use, as Anthony has just used. But we are missing. Oh, wow. We're actually missing 2 movies. I didn't even catch that. We're missing 2 movies. We're missing, as I go to the all list, Shazam kicked down to 6th place. Last week it was at 2, down to 6, a 50.8% drop week over week. Whoa. Insane. And Ant-Man has dropped all the way down to 9. It was 6 last week. A 48.8 drop. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. And on its tail, Jesus Revolution and Cocaine Bear. I don't know why I'm hitting puberty today. But Cocaine Bear going strong still. I'm shocked. Going strong. Pulling in 850,000 last week. But like I said, the most surprising to me, Dungeons and Dragons beating out John Wick. However, the numbers once again proved disappointing. And even look here, John Wick, 28 million, down 61%. Down 61%. I'm beating a dead horse here. I tell you, the theaters are dying off. Because look at this huge difference between second and third place. And then this massive drop. So, I think this goes, for most movies, there's usually a drop off week over week, but you're getting these kinds of drop offs but at movies making like, look at 65, that crappy movie 65, eighth place, down 50%, but it only made 1.5 million. So, these theaters are definitely doing less showings now, and these studios definitely need to figure something out. And by figure something out, I mean you need to just do home releases. Or what is it? I shared it in the group chat. I think Shazam comes out this month on home release. Ant-Man should too. They should all be like a 2-week gap at this point. Just do a two-week gap. Kenobi says, if we don't get a Smash Brothers, I'm going to blame you for my broken heart. Understandable. Aaron says, there's a Mario... Wow. I'm sorry. I'm like congested today. There's a Mario Sonic meme that does the Iron Man Nick Fury scene with the Smash Brothers initiative. I like that. And then Rambling says, I saw Pikachu in theaters. I'm glad I finally figured out what you meant, because I was like, what is he trying to say there? He means Pikachu. Nice. So yeah, let me know if you guys are seeing Mario this week, if you have any interest in seeing it in theaters, or is there something else coming up that you are eagerly waiting to see in theaters? I'm actually double checking something right now that I alluded to on Instagram, but I'm not seeing it yet. So we had a teaser for Blue Beetle on Instagram, and they said that the trailer was releasing today. It's not out yet, so we will not watch that. They did drop, however, a Secret Invasion trailer, but for the sake of time, we're going to skip that for now. I was like, if I can skip a trailer, I'm going to skip it. And that's what we're going to end up doing. We're just going to skip that trailer. So, on to the next bit of news. But speaking of Disney, of course, we had another round of layoffs / firings over at Disney. Not who we wanted, but alas, we have another one here. We have the firing of Isaac Perlmutter, if I'm saying it correctly. He was a long-running president of Marvel Entertainment. Oh, sorry. He was he CEO of Marvel Entertainment? I know at one point he was, but then when they sold, I thought he became a president. We'll just say president for now. Yeah, we'll just say president for now. Anyway, he was head of Marvel Entertainment, and he just got the boot over there. Marvel leader Ike Perlman also happened to be a Disney employee after Disney bought Marvel in 2009 for $4 billion. Isn't it crazy that they only paid $4 billion for that? Which, I mean, to us is a lot. But when you look at other deals out there, and we'll talk about another one coming up, $4 billion does not seem like a lot. And was the visionary executive who established Marvel Studios as the future of Hollywood with 2008's Iron Man, kicking off a decade plus of superhero dominance at the box office. On Wednesday, Disney fired him via phone as part of cost-cutting measures. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Now, he's another one that I had never heard too many good things coming out of, Disney Marvel about him. What bothers me with a lot of these articles, and by the way, this is the third major layoff / firing they've done. We also have Bob Chapek. He was the CEO that replaced Bob Iger. They love their Bobs, I guess. So he got fired when Iger came back. And then Victoria Alonso got fired. She was a Marvel VFX person. So this is like the third major executive, the second one for Marvel. And what bothers me with a lot of these people when they do these articles, they're like, oh, they're responsible for this awesome movie, that awesome movie. And you hear the backstory of everything where the directors and producers and the writers want to do something, but the studio pushes back. So I'm like, all right, which is it? Are you responsible for pushing back and giving us a shitty movie like Iron Man 2 and Iron Man 3? Or are you the visionary who's like, hey, Jon Favreau, I think you have potential here. I really want you to take Iron Man and make him a household name. Like which camp do you fall in? Not sure. So this is the third major one. Come on, Kathleen Kennedy. We need that Kathleen Kennedy. Oh God. Let's see. Kenobi says Lucasfilm was also $4 billion. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. I think we all need to invest in time travel and take care of them ourselves. Not the executives. Like buy both properties ourselves. Definitely need to do that. Yeah. So this was the article from when Victoria Alonso got fired. So it's happening. It's happening. All right. Next bit of news. E3 canceled last week, which, according to the gamers out there in the space, they are not surprised. As an outsider in the game world, I will say not surprised. And I will never hesitate to say it. This is very similar to the movie thing, but just to, hit this article from CNET, the Electronic Entertainment Expo, better known as E3, will not take place this June. Once considered the biggest annual gaming event, organizer Reed Pop, who also does New York Comic Con, by the way, on Thursday confirmed that E3 2023 is canceled. This is very similar to the movie industry. And I forget if it was on this show or maybe it was just at work I was talking about it. But I have very fond memories of back in the... Oh, I was talking about it with Lenny For Those Good Tastes. Make sure you drop them and subscribe. I remember being in high school, coming home, watching Tech TV, and then eventually they had X Play, the TV show that was just about games, come on there. That was like early afternoon, and then later on you had Screensavers where they would also talk about tech stuff, and sometimes, the video game space. But they did their like very first coverage of E3, and then like that became like the thing. Like every year we're working our way to E3 the way that wrestling works their way to Wrestlemania, and you had all the companies come down, and the only way for you to see the new trailers, upcoming releases, the voice actors and all that, the only way to see it was E3. Alas, because of the internet, great album, by the way, these companies are like, all right, we're paying you to go to your expo to show off our content. We're paying you to also fly our people, our celebrities out there to do these panels. We got to fork over the money to do all this, X, Y, and Z. At one point, the game studios were like, we're just going to host our own event the same weekend in the same city instead of paying you this overlord price to house it. We have the funds. We can do it ourselves. But now, because of the internet, it's like, we'll just drop our own stuff on the internet. We'll just drop our own trailers, our own announcements. Hell, do our own like DC fandom type thing. So the writing was on the wall on this one for a lot of gamers, probably going back, dare I say, 10 years. I say 10 years. Unfortunately, as a man once said, times are changing, and those fond memories of that build up to E3 and the new announcements is now done. Now done. I think they probably should have already transitioned to an online mainly expo. Maybe too little too late on there, because I don't know how you get all these companies back in. But R.I.P. to E3. Jenna Kenobi says, Reed Pop also does Star Wars Celebration. They suck. They do. They do. Getting into a Reed Pop event is definitely harder than any other Comic-Con or Expo or anything of the sort. It's pretty difficult for absolutely no reason. No reason. All right, we will jump over to this one. Also, shout out to Aaron Waller for it's official and done. Okay. All right, so I'll end on that one. That was going to be my second to last. Sorry, that was going to be my last point. But Aaron Waller did a video. I'll try to remember to put it in the notes afterwards. But who is Clayface? This is Screen Rant. Why is that question coming up? He's rumored to be the villain in Batman 2. And I got to say, I wasn't super excited about this. I love the idea of Batman or the Batman being a more grounded type franchise, like the new one with Robert Pattinson. So I was hoping for, actually Aaron did a video about Professor Pig or Dr. Pig? Like that guy, or, more crime, more of a mystery crime feel to the Batman franchise. Having Clayface come in, I think would ruin it and start sending it down the path of just another Batman movie. We want more detective work. We want more ground level villains, and then we work our way up from there. But going back to a previous point, is this one of those examples of studio interference? Who knows? Who knows? We shall see. Let us know if you're excited for Clayface to be the villain. So, to Aaron's point, rumors started speculating that Endeavor was going to be buying the WWE. Just take a swig of the coffee here. And Ari Emanuel to serve as the CEO. Now, Aaron's saying it's done. Let me refresh this page here. Near close. Finalizing. All right. We have a lot of expected to. I'm not seeing it's a done deal yet. So we'll come back to that. In case anybody doesn't know, as you can see here, the UFC, their parent company, their owner is also Endeavor. I don't know why I'm struggling to say that today. I hate the fact that this is happening. I hate the fact that we're potentially going to have one company running WWE. I hate Vince McMahon. I hate Vince McMahon. And in case anybody doesn't know, the UFC now is in this weird space that the WWE has kind of dabbled in for a long time, but the UFC is in a space now where the main fighters are not really that important to them. They barely promote stuff. Dana White could care less, in my opinion, about the fighters. He just wants Conor McGregor, and whatever popular YouTubers are out there to be on TV so he can push more Conor McGregor. It's a very tunnel vision type promotion. And under Endeavor, I don't know if the WWE goes that route as well. Now, you could argue, well, Logan Paul was on WrestleMania this weekend, so obviously they feel the same way. Yes and no. Logan Paul was not the main event of WrestleMania. He was on a night of WrestleMania and still put on a really good show. It was very entertaining. But if this was under a UFC type, ruling or control, Logan Paul would be main event WrestleMania versus Roman Reigns after not even winning a fight going into it. That's what a Dana White would do. Now, as mentioned in one of the articles, Dana White wouldn't be running WWE. That would be Ari Emanuel. But guilty by association in my head, I would say WWE gets run in a similar fashion. I wish Vince would just let it be the family business, leave it alone. But this dude is so effed in the head that he's like, no, if I'm not running it, I'm selling it. And it sucks. To me, it sucks. And even going into this weekend, WrestleMania was pretty damn good. I have to say, WrestleMania was pretty damn good. Shout out Legacy of Nerd, Archer versus Conor McGregor. I would lose that fight. I'm not even going to try to front. Classic me jumping the gun, says Aaron Waller. Yes, that's true. By the way, everybody, remember to drop a like down below if you are enjoying this. Let's see here. Here you go. So, WrestleMania 39, oh God, why am I struggling with the double R's today? Roman Reigns defends his Universal title. He's the undisputed champion. He defends against Cody Rhodes. I have to say, it was exciting at the end. The match was pretty good, but it was a little more exciting towards the end. But I'm kind of tired of it. I'm kind of tired of Roman winning every time. But that's also part of the gimmick now, so I get it. But overall, I got to say, WrestleMania was pretty damn good. I thought night 1 was actually better than night 2, so you guys let me know if you agree or disagree. I thought the best entrance of the night was Seth Rollins. I don't know if they have any pictures here of him coming out. Let's see, WrestleMania 39. Yeah, no pictures there. Again, bringing up the old Logan Paul there, but he had one of the better entrances, I say, the entrance of the weekend. And it was just fun. It was just fun, good old wrestling. I want more just fun, good old wrestling. It's hard to tell now where the Vince line is and the Triple H line ends. You know, because I see a match like this, the way it went, the spectacle of it, and I like to think it's Triple H. But then I see the way that the main event went, and then I'm like, that seems a little bit more Vince McMahon. Who knows? Who knows? But good weekend of wrestling. I have to say, I was pretty well entertained watching that. Let me know if you guys at all were watching WrestleMania. Can the affiliated be ringside? I hope so. Because then, just like in the Roman Reigns match, you guys have to interfere and save me from losing to Conor McGregor. That's just how it works. That's how it works. All right. We are through nerd news, and with the final couple minutes, we'll talk about last week's releases and the upcoming. I think I like this format. I think news first, and then last week and this week, as far as releases go. I think that works. So I'm just gonna knock this one out of the way here. The Mandalorian, right? The Mandalorian is on fumes right now, in my opinion. And actually, let me pull up what our good friend Star Wars Theory. Oh God, I hope he's wrong about this one. I hope to God he's wrong. Spoilers for last week's Mando. Spoilers for last week's Bad Batch. Saying it now. So, he did a video about Mando season 3 and the ratings dropping on there. And what was interesting is in the video, he's like, all right, these are like my 3 thoughts. And one of the reasons he thought the season was sucking was the gap between season 2 and season 3. I completely disagree. I think it's literally the story. Season 3 is sucking because of the story. And he mentions how, the first episode had a extremely low viewership. I don't blame a gap between season 2 and season 3. I don't blame Pedro Pascal. I literally blame the storytelling. I blame Disney Star Wars, because you have to remember this show is coming off of Book of Boba Fett. That was your opening. You could even say preview to Mando season 3, and people left Mando season 2. They start watching Book of Boba Fett. They're like, this show's trash. I'm done. I'm out. And they don't come back. And then those who did come back started watching the episode, and they're like, wait, why is Grogu here? I thought he went with Luke Skywalker. Where's Luke Skywalker? What's happening? So there's a whole stack of reasons why this season is sucking. But I think number one, shitty storytelling. And it starts over at Book of Boba Fett, transfers into Mando season 3. Last week's episode, just to knock that out, I thought was the better of the season. But you're telling people, oh, hang on, just wait till episode 5 for it to get good. And there's only 8 episodes. So no, that's not how that's not how this works. I think this season is a filler. I think it sets up a larger story. There's funny memes online right now about how this season is them trying to figure out how to make Snoke and Palpatine coming back make sense. I completely agree. I mean, this whole season seems like, how does the First Order come to be? That's what they allude to at the beginning of the first season. But this one is just feeling very messy. Very messy, very out of left field. I don't know. I think they need to take a break from Mando, personally, and just do, drop the whole let's make the sequel trilogy good. Drop that whole angle. Let's just get a whole different era. Prequel, way before prequels, or we go way into the future and just get us out of Skywalker lineage territory. That's just how I feel, but you guys can let me know. And then the other thing you'll see on the left there is, why Tech is actually alive. I hope he's wrong. Bad Batch, the season's finale, was amazing. And we will rank the season. It's a very mediocre season, but the great episodes are great episodes. It's either here or they're here. There's the bad episodes and then there's the amazing episodes. RIP to Tech on that one. I thought it was a great episode. Great death. Let him stay dead. Don't pull some shit, Disney. Just let the story roll. Just let the story roll, in my opinion. So, in the week coming up, no more Bad Batch, but we do have Mando episode 6 coming up on the docket. And second to last, Picard, still going strong. People are loving Picard this season. I know Anthony's watching it, so let us know your thoughts on it if you're even attempting to watch it. I may dabble in it, but highly doubt it. And the last thing coming up, Gotham Knights episode, I think they're on 5 now, I want to say. I watched episode 1 of Gotham Knights, in case you guys need a reminder. Let me pull it up here for you. In case you need... Oh, episode 4. No. Yeah, episode 4 is tomorrow of Gotham Knights. In case you need a reminder, that is his really crappy show. I enjoyed the first one. I enjoyed the first episode of Gotham Knights because I think the writing is bad. I think the cinematography is bad. The VFX are horrendous. Oh, Aaron says that the upcoming Mando episodes are the Bryce Dallas Howard episodes. Yeah, I mean, I'm excited for that. I am excited for that. But like, it's like try selling that to a casual, you know? Like a casual person's not going to be like, "Oh yeah, I'll wait for that." Like they don't give a shit. You know? It's just us. We care. But the casuals don't care. And just like in UFC, just like with wrestling, you got the casuals are huge to your success. So, and he says everything about the show is bad. Yeah, everything about the show is bad. But you know what's funny? As I'm watching the cast do their thing, I feel like they're trying really hard. Like I feel like some of the cast, like Bruce Wayne's son and the girl who's playing a Joker's daughter, like they're trying really hard. And I feel like they didn't get a lot of takes on the show. I feel like they're just like, all right, this run and gun, just do it, shoot it. All right, move on, shoot it, move on. And I almost want the show to succeed because I can tell that they're really, really giving it their best. Really giving it their best. I honestly think episode 1, the hot take here, episode 1 of Gotham Knights is better than anything I've seen in Titans, the most recent season, which I didn't finish. I have no desire to finish. And anything I've seen in Titans season 3. Season 2, questionable. But terrible show. Not their best work. But I can tell everybody's trying their best. And I think that's why I'm showing it a little bit of mercy on there. Just my opinion. Just my opinion. And I think that's it for today. We did it. We made it. We made it to the end. Thank you so much. Anything else you guys need me to talk about before we wrap? Anything you're excited to watch? Has anybody been to the movie theaters? Not because kids made them go. Has anybody on their own gone to theaters? I don't think so. I don't think so. Let me just check one last thing. No, don't see it. That's all right. I was checking to see if the Blue Beetle trailer came out, but no dice there. But fun episode nonetheless. Thank you all for being here. Nerdy Coffee every Monday morning, 9-ish a.m. Eastern. Lenny's in the house. He saw Dungeons and Dragons. Did you like it? Sal saw it, and he really enjoyed it. And we were talking about how low the numbers are. It won, but these movies, man, they got to go straight home, straight home release. So Aaron is curious for D&D and Mario. We'll see if I go. Yeah, that's where we are now. Thank you very much. As I mentioned, Nerdy Coffee every Monday morning, 9-ish a.m. Eastern here on Nerd Affiliated. Hey Archer Live every Thursday, 8:15 p.m. ish Eastern here on Nerd Affiliated. More shorts coming out. Go make sure you check me out on TikTok, nerd_affiliated there. And we'll do some more over here on the channel as well. I won't remember it came out a year from now. Lenny's getting harsh. Lenny's heel turning. Lenny used to like every movie. Not so much anymore. Like, comment, subscribe, follow the podcast, give it a good review if you're listening via your favorite podcast platform. And we'll talk to all you nerds in the next video. Peace.